Finnegan's Fish Bar in Bridgend, South Wales recently won the award for the British Fish and Chip Shop of the Year 2003. The owner, Hugh Jones, established the company 2.5 years ago. Already there are 2 branches turning over £1.2 million per year. Hugh's objective was to create the fish shop that he wanted to visit. It is clear that he has created something unique.
We get a lot of people from a lot of distance. I mean, I'd say people travel 10, 15 miles to come in, which is great. They'll drive past 7 other chip shops just because we do those little extras, and they know the stuff is cooked fresh to order. And yeah, they have got to wait, but they also seem to like it.
Everything is cooked to order you. All your fish is all fresh coming out. Your chips are always fresh. They never left in the hopper. If they're in the hopper for a certain amount of time, we check them out. You know, we always try and use the best of everything instead of just making do with the cheaper cuts of this and cheaper ranges. We go for the best.
Well, it is the best fish and chips in the area, so I do like the curry as well. A very good curry sauce, which I can't get locally. I live in Porthcawl, which is about 5 miles, 6 miles from here. Come just purely for the curry.
So customers are willing to drive great distances to visit the shop, and some will wait half an hour to get their food. Finnegan's Fish Bar is proof that small companies can be innovative. In innovation management, we identify 4 areas in which a company can be innovative. These are the business paradigm, market position, product innovation, and process innovation, forming the innovation diamond. We would like to use the example of Finnegan's Fish Bar to show how they are innovative in all these areas. Let us begin with their business paradigm. In other words, the principles which underlie the way business is conducted in Finnegan's.
I tried to do a chip shop here that I was looking for whenever I went into a chip shop. I was always looking at things, well, why don't they do this, why don't they do that? So everything that I was looking for, different types of curry sauces or fresh fish, and we put it all into place here. There's loads you can do. Innovation in the food thing is not that easy because a lot of people have tried and tested everything. But fish and chip shops, I feel in this area, it's a huge market. It's little things all the time. Keep adding on, just keep looking at it. Don't sit back in your laurels. Anything from the staff, any kind of idea. The spray vinegar was Maureen's idea. It's Mandress. You know, I don't hold my hand up to everything. Bathurst was my idea, which I'd thought of. Goujons were my idea, Cohen Goujons. Well, we don't want to diversify too much from the fish and chip trades. So, I mean, we could go on, you know, kebabs, pizzas, all different types of things, delivery service. We felt all those would be diluting. You know, the menu's quite large already. We don't want to dilute our main sales. 70% is fish and chips. Fruit and veg, very good trade, very good business. We had 5 shops. Started when I was 20. Traded in a town called Porthcawl, which is about 8 miles away. Spent 4 hours displaying the goods. I'd be down our business 6 or 7 o'clock from the market, and I'd do what they call the flash, the display outside. You know, it was good. It used to win awards and all this town dress and all that. So when we came here, instead of just having one pie and one thing like a lot of fish fryers do, and one of this, and they get it from the microwave, we'd fill the cabinets up. As people do by their eyes. Obviously, if you're not busy, you're throwing away a lot of stuff. So you've got to get the right balance. But people do, you know, image is everything.
Drawing on past experience, Hugh created the innovative company. He encourages his staff to think about new ideas, and he implements the good ones. He sees where too much change could be detrimental, but constantly thinks of small, incremental ways to improve. Let us move on and analyze how Hugh promotes and positions his company in the marketplace.
As you can see now, we're standing right by the menu boards, and one of the big things about the shop is quite a big choice. Our main business is fish and chips, 78% of sales, but we do provide a lot of other things for customers. So you've got your 4 different ways of doing cod. You've got your haddock, then we do the guest fish, salmon, tuna, hake, plaice and scampi. Then we got chickens, we got chicken goujons, nuggets for the kids, chicken breast, and then we do chicken burger. A vegetarian menu then. The vegetarians that come in here, usually young ladies predominantly, don't eat any kind of meat or anything to do with it. All the chips are fried in vegetable fat, and it's not cross-contaminated when we filter the fat with the fat that's filtered, fried with fish. We do a senior citizens meal. Again, they come in, a full portion chips is too much for them, sometimes the fish is too much for them. The kiddies meals, you don't see that too often in fish and chip shops. And we always ask customers every time they come in, everything okay, you enjoying the fish? Well, obviously we're back, aren't you know, but it's nice to hear, yeah, it was great last time. Really important. If they say, well, it wasn't so good last time, which does happen now and again, not very often, I can tell you. We're serving 3,000 customers a week. Very unusual if we get more than one complaint. Sometimes we get 2. I know we had 5 Christmas week, which was a disaster for us, but hey, 3,000 customers. You know. Actually, Christmas week is probably more like 4,500 customers. A lot of fish and chip shops, a lot of self-employed people will say, what's the point of going in for an award? Well, it only takes that one award to win it to make the difference. You know, our takings are up 25–30%, just from the publicity on that alone. Whereas we got a lot of people coming here who perhaps wouldn't have come here before, not because we didn't think we were any good, but just wouldn't make the effort. So it makes a huge difference. So, you know, if you can just keep on improving and thinking of new ideas, we do meal deals and leaflet drops and customer loyalty things. We're donating, I think it's 10% of our takings to Macmillan Fund for a local customer.
Finnegan's has a highly differentiated menu catering for the needs of all possible customers. Hugh is also creative in the way he markets his products, including entering his company for various awards. Hugh's creativity also extends to the development of new products, a few of which are presented now.
We do a batterless cod here, whereas you get the cod with a spoon, put it straight in the batter and just scrape it straight off. You'll have to try one of those today before you go. Scrape straight off, fry it, so it's a much lighter meal than a normal batter cod. Great for eating fish and chips lunchtime, you want to feel too full and bloated. That goes really well, we sell about 50 a day of those. That's our sort of trademark batterless cod. That's one of the reasons why we won Fish and Chip Shop of the Year. Guy who supplies our sausages, pies, pasties and stuff, he was offered chicken strips, but you know, really like that. I suppose about like this really. A piece of chicken like that off a processor which was all breast. He said, can you use it? So Mo, the manageress, had a box in. She just basically looked at it, battered a few and tried them. And we did chicken goujons. So we do quite a lot of those, about 5–10 cases a week. It's 4 portions again to a meal. So that's the fish and chip box. Okay, so you open it up. It's lined with greaseproof paper. There's 2 holes there for the steam to escape. They'll line that with chips on this half. Go over, grab the fish from the cabinet, pop it in there. Over the counter, wedge a lemon, salt and vinegar, spray on vinegar, so it's very directional. Close it up, and then just pop it straight into the carrier bag. And they probably, a lot of customers have 2 or 4 fish and chips, you know, it's a big, on a Friday night especially. Stack the 4 of them in there, put them in the carrier bags we had made, and off they go. But when they get them home, it's not chewed up and the batter's not all broken and the fish isn't squashed. So they can open it up there, and a lot of them do eat out of this box.
Chicken goujons and batterless cod. Innovative products emerging out of an innovative company. We end this video by analysing process innovation in Finnegan's and asking, how were innovative processes developed?
We found we put pies in. The heating element does its job, but the actual bulb in the fish cabinet was so powerful to light up the product, it was actually hotter than the heating element. So what it was doing, if that pie was in there for more than 20 minutes, half an hour, which they sometimes are, it was making the top of the pie so hard you could snap them like a piece of wood, you know, like a thin piece of balsa wood. Inedible really, and dry it out. So what we do is put it upside down, take the lid off, let it warm up, and about 30-35 minutes later put the lid back on to protect it, and that just shields it. And you'll see the pasties and a couple of things got a bit of tin foil over them. That's to stop the light cooking them too much. So we got the range manufacturers down here, and we got them to put rheostats in, so we can dim them now in the 3 cabinets. I mean, it cost 200 quid to do that. It's a lot of money, but it's saving our product and giving better quality product again.
Because a lot of them, they just put their potatoes into the water and that's it. Where when we put them into the water, we chip them, but we also rinse them after that to get the starch off. Because what we find that the more starch you can get out, the nicer your chip is. And by rinsing them a second time, you're getting a little bit extra starch out, so it's making a difference to your chips then. Of course, just a thing we decided to try. You've talked to different chip people and to potato firms and things like that, and he took tips off them. So when he came back, he said, should we try it? So we tried it, and it seems to suit us the way we do the chips, and that's why we've stuck to it at the time being.
This one particular boat we use, when they skin their fish, they still leave a lot of flesh on. They leave a nice thick shoulder, and I've tried cutting a lot of different fish, and this is the best as far as I'm concerned. There's a lot of fish captains will argue that. Price is secondary, really. I mean, it matters. I've been an ex-cream grocer, used to bid every morning on 100 products, so it's in my nature to bid. But there again, you see a lot of fish fryers, and probably a lot of people, I know a lot of people in the restaurant trade, because I used to supply restaurants, are in there, they're making a good margin, they'll never question the price. And I'm saving, I reckon seriously, I'm saving £10,000 a year by questioning the price every time it comes in. And I don't mean that I'm bidding them, I'm just saying how much is it? Is that the best you can do? And that's it. 2 questions, save me £10 a year, it's a lot of money.
Hugh's ability to think innovatively and implement good ideas give him every reason to hope for future success. Through our case study of Finnegan's Fish Bar, we have seen how small companies can be innovative through applying many of the same principles as big companies. Hugh Jones in particular is an inspirational leader driving the innovation process.
So we hope to go to, we've got 2 outlets now in 2.5 years. We hope to go to 5 or 10 after 5 years. Not too fast, because if you open retail operations at that speed, you're heading for disaster. Just controlled, finding the right manager, the right person to run it each time, and we get to 10, then maybe and sell out to Harry Ramsden's.
That is great.